Hi everyone, it's Christy here, and this week I am beginning documenting a trip that we took to BC in the month of July. This is the first layout. I believe I have 4 or 5 layouts for this trip that we took. That was just a week long, but so many photos, so many memories that I wanted to document. So I didn't think that I wanted a mini album, but I knew I wanted to include all of these photos, and I really scaled back. But this will be like the first in the like a little series of photos. I tried to group the photos kind of based on where, I guess, location and colors and that sort of thing. So this layout includes photos from just kind of around the house. Next week's layout will be more of water themed photos. So I'm just showing you some of the products that I'm including. At the beginning there, I took you along on some uh, choosing of papers and cards. I usually don't include that in my videos, but I thought it would be interesting for you to kind of see my thought process on that. On the right hand side of the layout, there's a card by Ali Edwards that says all kinds of summer words. So, summer, watermelon, barbecue, that sort of thing. And I chose the colors based off of the font and script on that card. So I'm just starting now. I had these frames with the pom pom trim and gold glitter in my stash. I tried to find a link for you guys, but I just couldn't figure out what collection this was from. But I really liked how the coral or peach pom poms matched the peach on that 3x4 card. That 3x4 card there with the stripes is actually an Ali Edwards card that was a 4x6 that I trimmed down to be a 3x4. And so I really liked that. And because I brought in the gold glitter on that frame, I wanted to bring in some more gold glitter throughout the layout. So I'm using these phrase stickers. I believe they're from a Dear Lizzie collection or maybe even a Maggie Holmes collection from probably a few years back. I have a really tricky time using phrase stickers. I feel like the size is often too big for 3x4 and 4x6 um, photos or cards, and so I have kind of fallen out of the habit of using them, but I really wanted to challenge myself to use them on this layout. So I added a 4-leaf clover on that card with the Instax. So on this trip, I only managed to read, I think, 1.5 books, but I was pretty happy with that. And the photo there is of a book that I read, and it took place in Ireland. So I thought that the 4-leaf clover fit perfectly with that. I added some orange puffy stickers from Pink Fresh Studio. Again, just kind of bringing in the oranges, and tiny word sticker from Ali Edwards, and some other stickers from miscellaneous sticker sheets. One that's so old that also has this ice cream truck one, and I think it's from I don't know now. I think it might be Simple Stories, but I'm not 100% sure on that. A Simple Stories summer collection, probably from 2 to 3 years ago now. And then the Sunny Days collection from Maggie Holmes. I'm using that sticker sheet as well. So I'm just trying to fill in this frame. Initially, I thought I would just use the orange Pink Fresh Studios puffy orange. Sorry, I thought I'd originally use the puffy stickers, but it wasn't filling up the white space quite how I liked. And I feel like in my layout from a few weeks back when I used a frame with the mega date stamp, it really wasn't sitting well with me that there was a lot of white space in the frame. So I knew I wanted to fill it up a bit more. That's why I chose this like massive sticker of the ice cream truck also, and this kind of floral or fern piece, I guess you would say, to fill in that empty spot. So I chose these gray vellum stickers from Amy Tangerine, and once you stick those on, there is no moving them. So I had placed down the J, and I wasn't really happy with the placement, and so I decided to replace the white card in the back and start new. So to start with, I was going to lay the stickers down, and then add the text inside. Now, because the frame is so thick, it's pretty thick. It's not massive or anything, but it's pretty thick. I am using some foam to back the stickers, and I'm running low on those kind of pop dots, so I'm just using the excess pieces, and that worked really well, and I like the way that looked. So now I'm just kind of trimming out what I had before to really make sure I like the placement. And then off camera, I added the font again, or the date again. And it's a little wonky, but I actually don't mind how it looks. But I'm finding that I still have kind of a little empty white space there. So I'm going to add in these tiny word stickers that came in the July Stories by the Month kit. So there's lots of July themed words there. And I'm just thinking or debating about outlining the sticker just to make them pop, because they are a white cardstock sticker sitting on white cardstock. I thought I might want to outline them in black just so they stood out a bit. So I just did a little test and decided that it wasn't really necessary. I do like the way that looks. So I'm just bringing the tiny word stickers into this photo of Nora and Adeline eating s'mores. Uh, that kind of goes with that s'mores photo, or the plate of all the s'mores goodness up at the top there. And I'm adding a puffy heart from Amy Tangerine. I love those so much. I loved how the colors really went with this layout, with the oranges and the blues and the grays worked perfectly. I added a chipboard circle there from Allie Edwards that said bloom. This picture of Nora is in the garden, or in the yard of the house that we rented, and it was such a beautiful yard. It was massive. It had a playhouse for the girls. It had like a little pond and a stream and a bridge and uh, beautiful tree that I wish I could have brought home with me, with the biggest leaves I've ever seen in my life. So lots of yard photos in this layout. There's that 3x4 card that I've been talking about, so you can kind of see all the colors there. Oranges, pinks, blues, grays, just kind of going around there. Now I am using two chipboard sheets. One is the Cute Girl chipboard, and I believe the other one, now I can't remember, but mostly I'm using the chipboard from the Cute Girl collection because it has that gold glitter. And so I chose that butterfly to include on that photo of my brother and Nora. And then I'm using this phrase shine, and some tiny word stickers of Nora and I in the hot tub. And I like the way that looks. Again, the size is pretty limited. Like, it's pretty limited where you're gonna place those stickers on a photo. So I liked that you could still see us in the hot tub. You could still tell kind of what was happening, but you didn't need to see the background. I'm trying to bring in another chipboard piece, this arrow that's also from the Cute Girl chipboard sheet, and I'm just not loving the way it looks. So, especially paired with that tiny word sticker. So I'm moving the tiny word sticker to the right hand side, and I just really struggle with trying to bring in another gold glitter piece. It was a challenge for sure. So you're going to see me trying all kinds of options there, the stars, the hexagons, all kinds of things. So when that's not working, I decide to try to incorporate these puffy stickers again. So I'm going to put so much love in the bottom corner. And I like how that looks kind of stacked up on top of each other. And again, it works perfectly with the water from the hot tub. You can really see that phrase kind of standing out. And I just add some puffy stickers to fill in that space too. So it kind of looks all centered and stacked on top of each other. Now I'm just making a switch, I think, to this puffy sticker because I want to bring in some more orange. Still back to these glittery things, and I'm just going to give up at this point because I just feel like it's forced a bit. So instead of using the gold glitter, I'm going to bring in the puffy stickers again. I'm really running out of vowels and other letters on this sheet. So it's a miracle that I'm able to spell the word reunion. My grandparents live in BC, and my aunt was visiting them that week, and so they came out to visit us as well. So it was a really fun reunion to see them. Added another chipboard that said Papa Love that came from Ali Edwards as well. My girls call my dad Papa, so I really knew I wanted to use that. Tried to use another circle from Ali Edwards on that photo of Nora with the freezy, but just wasn't loving how it looked, so I took that away. And here's that sticker sheet from Simple Stories that has barely any stickers left, but I wanted to use another kind of peachy flower underneath that butterfly, and a kind of bluish flower as well. So I'm just going through and I'm checking kind of the balance of embellishments. I like to have things at least in the top row. Sorry, one in the top row, one in the middle row, and one in the bottom row for each embellishment that I use. So that would be like the gold glitter, the tiny word stickers, the chipboard, that sort of thing. So I decided to shift this four-leaf clover down a bit just so that it wasn't in the same eye line as the butterfly, and I like how that looked. Still trying, still trying to add more cold glitter, but I decided against it, and there is my finished layout. Hope you enjoyed it. All products available will be linked in the description box below, and we'll see you next week.